Information Security Program. Information System Programs. Information security programs are initiatives of the organization to ensure that its information assets are protected. It describes the complete organizational structure that will manage information risks of the organization assets. The security program consists of controls, processes, and practices to increase the resilience of the computing environment and ensure that risks are known and handled in an effective manner. The information security program components are the people, stakeholders who participate in the security activities of the organization and whose actions can impact the achievement of security goals. The process, a set of coordinated activities that results in an outcome of the information security program. And the policy, course of action to guide or influence information security. Information security objectives. Implement information security strategy in the most cost-effective manner. It's there to tackle issues during the execution of the information security program. The objectives are to analyze the current state of security against the desired state of security. Develop key goal indicators, KGIs, to reflect objectives. And finally, to develop methods to measure the information security program progress toward meeting the information security objectives. The Information Security Program Charter, it's a formal written definition of the objectives of a program, its main timelines, the sources of funding, the names of its principal leaders and managers, and the business executives who are sponsoring the program. Information Security Management Framework, Control Objectives for Information and Related Technologies, is a good practice framework for information technology management and IT governance. Cobit, issued by ISACA, is a nonprofit organization for IT governance. Its main function of Cobit is to help the company map their IT processes to ISACA's best practices standard. Cobit 5 principles, meeting stakeholder needs, covering the enterprise end-to-end, applying a single integrated framework, enabling a holistic approach, and separating governance from management. ISO or IEC 27001 is the internationally recognized structure methodology dedicated to information security, a management process to evaluate, implement, and maintain an information security management system, a comprehensive set of controls comprised of best practices in information security. It's applicable to all industry sectors. Its emphasis is on prevention, and it has 114 controls mapped to 14 different security domains. It is a framework of policies and procedures that includes all legal, physical, and technical controls involved in an organization's information risk management process. ISO 27001 domains are listed: security policies, organization of information security, human resources security, asset management, access control, cryptography, physical and environmental security, operations security, communication security, system acquisition, development, and maintenance, supplier relationships, information security incident management, information security aspects of business continuity management, and compliance. The Information Security Program Roadmap review your current security levels, and otherwise known as your current state. This right here is with the security level of data, applications, systems, facilities, and processes. From there, we develop an information security program roadmap from the current state to achieve where you want to go as the desired state. It's a high-level plan for projects and initiatives, architectural design where it is required, identify milestones to achieve key goal indicators, critical success factors, and key performance indicators. Gap analysis for action plan. Look at analysis of gaps between the current state and the desired state. Identify areas where control objectives are inadequate or just are flat not there, they're absent. Establish control and control points. Monitor controls to ensure control objectives are met and achievement of security objectives are supported. Outcomes of an information security program: strategic alignment, risk management, value delivery, resource management, performance management, business process assurance. Strategic alignment is a fundamental business concept that determines the competitiveness of an organization. The concept explains how organizations can better achieve strategic alignment to increase growth and profitability, even in the toughest markets and economic climates. Risk management for information assets is a primary responsibility of the Information Security Manager and an ongoing activity as reviewed. The Information Security Manager must develop an understanding of the threats the organization faces, its vulnerabilities, and its risk profile. Value delivery is an objective that requires the information security program to deliver the required level of security effectively and efficiently. Execution of the information security program can have considerable effect in achieving this goal. Resource management. The Information Security Manager must use human, technical, knowledge, and financial resources effectively. Security practices and processes must be documented and must be consistent with standards and policies. Security architecture should be developed to define and utilize infrastructures to achieve security objectives efficiently. Performance management must develop monitoring process and metrics to provide reporting on effectiveness of information security processes and controls. The Information Security Manager should also seek independent assurance from external assessments as well as internal and external audit activities. Business process assurance. It is critical that an Information Security Manager understands that effective security goes far beyond the scope of information security activities. Activities, disciplines, and functions of other departments have implications on information security. Now let's look at supply chain. A supply chain is a system of organizations, people, activities, information, and resources involved in moving a product or services from supplier to customer. Supply chain management is an expansive, complex undertaking that relies on each partner from suppliers to manufacturers and beyond to run well. Supply chain risk management. It is the implementation of strategies to manage both everyday and exceptional risks along the supply chain based on continuous risk assessment with the objective of reducing vulnerability and ensuring continuity. Supply chain risks. Key supply chain risk is comprised of software or hardware purchased from suppliers, includes vulnerabilities in supply chain management or supplier systems, sometimes as a result of poor information security practices by lower tier suppliers, can deal with counterfeit hardware or hardware with embedded malware, at times deals with third-party data storage or data aggregators, also can deal with third-party service providers or vendors. Let's talk about supply chain countermeasures. Compliance and governance of suppliers, vendors, third-party actors, partners, traders, manufacturers, and contractors. Presence of robust IT security solutions internally is a method of establishing clear and limited access guidelines for supply chain vendors are a company's greatest defense against cyber attack. Certification of international standards is probably one of the often overlooked elements of ensuring cybersecurity in business operations. Supplier management controls. Supplier management is the process whereby companies monitor and manage interactions with all external parties with which it has a relationship. This may include both contractual and non-contractual parties. Personnel management. Personnel management is the planning, organizing, compensation, integration, and maintenance of people for the purpose of contributing to organizational, individual, and societal goals. Roles, a set of connected behaviors or actions that are performed by a person, team, or group in a specific context. Responsibility, a responsibility or responsibilities are work, activity, procedures, or functions that individuals assigned to roles are required to perform and are accountable. Skills, training, expertise, and experience held by the personnel in the given job function. Organizational culture is the collective behavior of stakeholders that form part of an organization. Let's look at a case study or an insider error. This happened on Amazon Web Service outage. In May 2017, Amazon faced the big AWS outage that took down a bunch of large internet sites for several hours on Tuesday afternoon. This outage was due to human error. In a blog post, the company said that one of its employees was debugging an issue with the billing system and accidentally took more servers offline than intended. That error started a domino effect that took down 2 other server subsystems. This case illustrates the importance of change management and internal governance in organizations. Common information security program challenges: inadequate management support, inadequate funding, inadequate staffing.